what's up? It's me, Dre, life consultationer, trademarked, and boy, we got a video today. Just looking at the title, and I ain't gonna hold y'all. Let's just get into this. You know what we do here. Try to look at this from a logical perspective, psychological, things like that. But if you aren't upset about this, then that's crazy. But let's get it.
Sean Diddy Combs' fate has been determined. After weeks of testimony in the rap mogul's sex trafficking trial, a New York jury has issued its verdict. Combs was found not guilty on count 1, racketeering conspiracy. As to count 2, sex trafficking by force, fraud, or coercion, which pertained to victim 1, Cassie Ventura, he was also found not guilty. On count 3, transportation to engage in prostitution, also pertaining to victim 1, Cassie Ventura, and commercial sex workers, he was found guilty. Combs was found not guilty on count 4, sex trafficking by force, fraud, or coercion, which pertained to victim 2, aka Jane. And count 5, transportation to engage in prostitution, also pertaining to victim 2, Jane, and commercial sex workers, he was found guilty.
So he was only found guilty for the 2 lesser ones. The 3 big ones, he's got away with.
Since May, the prosecution has been arguing that the Bad Boy Records founder had used his sprawling network of employees to carry out illegal activity, including orchestrating days-long freak-offs that required an onslaught of illegal substances and sex.
It's just so weird here in a news type situation. People talk about freak-offs. That's
workers around the country. Combs' former employees, including assistants George Kaplan, who received immunity for his testimony, as well as Capricorn Clark and a woman who was only called Mia during the trial, had taken the stand to share their experiences working for him. Clark had testified that Combs forced her to go with him to, quote, kill rapper Kid Cudi, whose real name is Scott Muscati, after learning about his romance with Combs' ex, Cassie Ventura, whom the music mogul dated on and off from 2007 to 2018. Ventura also took the stand in the case. Combs had pleaded not guilty to sex trafficking, racketeering conspiracy, sex trafficking by force, fraud, or coercion, as well as transportation to engage in prostitution.
so he pled not guilty to everything, but we're only going to find him guilty for 2 things, 2 lesser things. Okay, let's take a look at this. There was all kinds of witnesses. I guess there were tapes and stuff. You keep hearing stuff about them finding tapes. I mean, there was 1 million gallons of baby oil. No person on the planet with that much baby oil is innocent of anything. That's number 1. Number 2, we saw the videotape of when he, put hands on old girl. That was extremely violent for a very small, there's no reason for that. So we saw that. So we know what kind of man he actually is. And the jury still found him not guilty on the racketeering, which I can't believe that. And the forced, what was it?
On Cassie Ventura, he was also found not guilty. On count 3, coercion, which pertained to victim 1, Cassie trafficking by force, fraud, or coercion, which pertained to victim 1.
Trafficking by force, fraud, or corrosion. Not corrosion. However you say the damn word, you know what I'm saying. He just said it. That with her and then with another person, because it was number 5 that he didn't get charged for. Who is on the jury is you know what? All evidence that we've seen, all the things that we've seen, actual that they've seen, for those ones we're not going to say he was with these witnesses and all these people corroborating these stories. He's a billionaire. He could have paid all these people off beforehand, so there wouldn't be any reason for them to all have these corroborating stories over and 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 over. It makes it's crazy to me. Like, somebody definitely dropped the baby oil on this one. Like, they definitely dropped the baby oil. It's a fucked up thing to say, but they definitely dropped the baby oil. Now, I know with the other two charges for taking prostitutes over state lines, things like that, for prostitution, um, that's a hefty one. That's a hefty one, but it's not life for being an awful, terrible person who's been ruining people's lives. And that's what he should have gotten. And it's crazy that he didn't. It's crazy that they're just like, you know what? It's all good. He may do a little bit of time, but I don't think it's going to be anything crazy. And by anything crazy, I mean life in prison. Like, what? It may give him 5, 10 years, max 15 maybe. I don't see them giving more than 15 years. So I think the other one, I think those two charges can be up to 20 years or something like that. But I don't see him getting that. I don't see him getting that. He deserves it. Every single second of it. He deserves it. But I don't see him getting that. Again, like I said, to hell with somebody dropping the ball. They dropped all the baby oil on this one. Just let it fall on the floor. It's everywhere. People are slipping and sliding. And Diddy's loving it. Man, this is crazy. This is crazy. You let a narcissistic psychopath, because he's crazy. Let's be honest. He is insane. Out. He is insane. You know, letting his ass. Like, even if it is 20 years, let's say they do put him away for 20 years. Okay, he's gonna get out. He's gonna come back. I mean, you think he's not gonna be on the same stuff? It's gonna be even worse because he's locked up for 20 years. So you think he was a monster before? Again, you know, damn. He needs a psychiatrist evaluation. That's what he needs. Like, he needs to be locked up somewhere on some kind of medicine. Like, for real. But alright. I'll go ahead and end the video here. We got the verdicts. I'll make another video when they actually sentence him so we see what he actually gets. Like I said, he should get the full max, whatever it is, for those two charges for engaging in prostitution or transporting prostitutes over state lines for prostitution. Like, he should absolutely get hit with the full amount for that, 100%. But I'll react to that too. Want to see that? This is crazy. That is crazy. Terrible, terribly crazy. Like, this was mishandled horribly. And the victims out there, because there are a lot. The ones that we know about, the ones we know about, the ones he's probably made disappear. Like, I'm sorry for y'all. That's no justice. And his family's out there smiling and shit. Like, I get your son, uncle, brother, dad, whatever. You gotta hold people accountable for their actions in your family. And if he's doing this crazy shit and y'all aren't holding him accountable for that, that's just as bad as on y'all. I'm not supporting anybody who's being accused of this kind of stuff. And we have video of you doing this stuff. No, hell no. Again, like I said, when we see what the actual not charges are, the sentence is, they're gonna sentence him actually with. I hope he gets some real time, and not no fucking probation either, actual time, because that's what he deserves. But we're gonna see about that. Again, I've been Dre, life consultationer, trademark like always. Hey, like, subscribe, tell people about it, trying to get this channel growing. I'm trying to do more videos instead of like one or two. Like every week is kind of what I was doing before. I'm trying to do, 3 or 4 a week, maybe 5 a week. So it's like one a day. That's what I'm trying to work with here. But come on, work with me here, guys. A little better. I know things aren't great. Like I'm just getting used to this, talking in the camera, reacting to these videos, things like this. Um, Also, as I get farther in my school, because I am taking going to school for psychology, as I get farther in that, we'll dive deeper into these people's psyche and things like that as that goes forward. But again, like, subscribe, please share it. Y'all have a good day. Stay safe. We're gonna see this verdict though. Peace. Not verdict. Sentencing.